Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for a brand new WRC 7 video. Today we got the 9th episode of this WRC 7 career mode. I promise I'll probably end this series by the end of August, in my opinion, because there's also V Rally coming. Possibly we're not going to have a WRC 8 game, and it's probably going to be V Rally 4 in its position. But today we got the Portuguese Rally. If you remember from the previous episode, we are on WRC 2. We're driving the WRC 2 cars. We've been pretty decent till this point of the season, but obviously we cannot drive. We cannot participate in all the rallies due to our contract we currently have with the team. With Skoda, pretty much. This one, Portuguese Rally, we've got 4 stages, it seems to me. The first one is going to be on my favorite events, which is a 1v1 situation, probably 60% tarmac and 40% gravel, so that seems really interesting. After that we're going to have an ES stage, which is going to be 10 kilometers, not that long for an ES stage, and after that we got the 2 final stages, which are 5 kilometers each. Most of them, all of them pretty much full of gravel, and I think one of them had a 10% tarmac way to succeed. But for now, let's get into the first stage and see how we can start the Portuguese Rally. Let's get into it. First stage it is. I had to calibrate my wheel correctly because whenever you connect the G29, it has slightly problems with every single game, so you need like completely turn left and completely turn right, so I had to restart the stage. But for now we're on the first stage. Let's see how interesting this stage is. It already seems like a very enjoyable one from the first couple of corners, but we're now onto some gravel. Let's see what happens when we get back into tarmac. It's like a hairpin now. Gonna get down to first gear, use the handbrake. Slightly lost the back end, couldn't get completely into the corner with the front end of the car. Onto the second part of this lap now. Oh, come on. Really, is that a 4th gear corner, co-driver? That was a 2nd gear, if not 1st gear corner in my opinion, but we've lost plenty of time here. Onto 1st gear, try and get into the last corner as good as I can. Couldn't get it again correctly, but once again into the first hairpin of this 2nd lap. I don't know if this guy is faster than me or he's just ahead of me. We'll have to wait and see at the end of the stage who's gonna win. But now onto the second part of this final lap we're gonna have onto this second. He's got some fast corners through here. Down the brakes. Onto 2nd gear now. Full out throttle again. And then for this corner, which is by any means, it's not a 4th gear corner. There you go, it's a 2nd gear corner. Got into it nicely. Onto the final hairpin of this lap. Let's see how we're gonna take the last corner of this stage. It's nicely done here. Nice use of the handbrake. Let's see where we're gonna end up. It's going to be 1st position. Nice. 1st position by only 8 tenths ahead of Timo Sunninen. So that really is a great way to start the Portuguese Rally. 1.5 seconds ahead of Andreas Mikkelsen, 2.4 seconds ahead of Pontus Steiermann, and yeah, the rest you can see. But I think Sunninen, Mikkelsen and Steiermann are going to be our main competitors for this one. So great way to start the Portuguese Rally. Let's get back into the garage, repair the car and get ready for the long stage of the Portuguese Rally. Back into the garage for the repairs of the car. One thing I wanted to say now that I got the chance to announce you some things. The informing video is coming very soon where I'm going to announce the schedule of the channel. But for now, expect me to upload like 3 or 4 times a week, because I want to finish this career mode and I also want to do some retro gaming. So plenty of content coming to the channel. Stay tuned for that. Car is repaired. Let's get into the longest stage of the Portuguese rally and hope we can do as good as we did in the first one. Second stage of the Portuguese rally, it's a 10-kilometer stage. It's 95% gravel and 5% tarmac, so you can guess it's going to be a tough one for us, especially because of its longevity. But I'm gonna get into it. I want to be consistent, make less mistakes I can, and try and be inside the top 10, because in this Portuguese rally I'm racing against the most competitors I've ever raced against. We've got 21 competitors for the Portuguese rally, including me, so you can understand, like, finishing first out of 21 competitors in the first stage, something I'm really glad about. But second stage, let's see how well we can do it. Always seems like a tough one, but I think it's going to be pretty enjoyable. Fighting with the car through all those mid-speed corners. I'll let you enjoy the ride on the Skoda Fabia.
Long Titans 4, 200. Caution, hard brake, square left, 150.
We're now on to a forward section, so I can't really see a lot. We slightly hit the car onto the rock there, but I've got visibility. It's also the glass in front of me is dirty, so I gotta use my wipers to clean it up. But also the shadows of the trees make it really hard for me to see the corners and how much space I've got to stick the car through a corner. That's probably the section where we're gonna lose quite a lot of time. Slight mistake again. Apart from those two, I think I haven't made any other, and I hope I can keep it cool and not make any more mistakes. As you can see, I'm pretty scared about what corner comes up next, so I'm not really pushing very hard. First gear. Onto some the timer section of this stage. Braking for the second gear or third gear. It's actually the second gear corner. Down even into first gear to get back into gravel.
Left 5, brake into right 4, over crest into left 5. Flat right and crest and flat right, 30. Caution, brake, left 3 into right 4.
I could have gone full throttle through there. I'm a bit scared of what is coming up next. Because, you know, in a long stage, if you retire, it's going to cost you quite a lot of time. Oh, we've got another tarmac section. Interesting. And it hits pretty soon, as you can see there. Down in the first game, back into gravel. We've got a huge jump coming up. Let's see. Whoa, nice jump there. Pretty fascinating there. And pretty entertaining, I should say. Like, when the car is mid-air, it just feels incredible, you know. You don't have control of it, and that, you know, the feeling when you don't have control of something feels just incredible on this game. But 6th position for the second stage of the Portuguese rally. Yeah, it is 16 seconds behind Tideman and 13 seconds behind Sinan, and I think that is going to cost us quite a lot on the overall standings of the Portuguese rally. Fortunately, we are ahead of Mikkelsen by 8 seconds, and Camille is also quite a long way behind, so I mean, we've got the speed to compete for the podium positions. In my opinion, we got 4 seconds in front of us, Johan Rossell, and only 6 seconds ahead of us, Tempestini. Like, gaps are pretty low, so we could sneak onto those guys and grab that 3rd position. You never know. Back into the garage now for the 2 final stages of the Portuguese rally. We're going to repair the car as always, and I mean, we're making progress every time you see a new video. I think we're making progress, both drivingly and consistently. we're improving our driving episode after episode. So I think this first win in this game is gonna come very soon. And I'm not talking I'm not talking about winning a stage, because we've done that plenty of times, both on Junior WRC and on WRC2. We've won some stages, like we did right now. We've just won a stage. I don't even know, is that our first ever win on the stage on WRC2? I don't remember. You tell me down in the comments below, because I clearly don't remember. I've been on this game for quite a while, so I don't really remember my previous results. But we're gonna start our third stage. This time it is raining, and I can already tell you that the car feels a whole lot different right now due to the rain. Like, it feels like it is a little bit more heavy, and that results into more understeer onto the car, so turning in is going to be a little bit more difficult now onto the rain. But I mean, we've just got to fight and give it our best shot, try and not make any mistakes, because I remember in the previous episode we've retired from our stage, and that pretty much compromised our result on that rally. But middle of the stage is going pretty fine, but the braking and all that, or the back end there was just went off there. But braking feels real weird in my opinion right now under the rain. Like, you can't brake dip enough into the corners, and you've also got to be pretty careful when turning in. As you can see, someone crashed there, and if that's Suninen or Tideman, I'd be pretty glad to see that, because that could open up an opportunity for me to snatch a victory, or even just you know, get into the podium more easily. But oh, come on, you see that it stayed on the first gear for quite a long time there. It couldn't just get off first gear. But around the final corners, we're gonna end this third stage. It's been a pretty tough one, in all honesty. I did not really enjoy this one. It was pretty tough. The force feedback was pretty strong, and it didn't let me like push into the limits. 8th position. It is for the third stage of the Portuguese rally. It's 18 seconds behind Jan Kopecky, who has won this stage. So I think we're ahead of Suninen, but behind Tideman. So currently we're up into P4, and I think we are officially finishing in 4th position unless we retire from the final stage. And we just got to look forward onto Mikkelsen, 8 seconds in front of us. Let's see if we can get him and get that podium position. Final stage of the Portuguese rally, 8 seconds in front of us is Andreas Mikkelsen. Let's see if we can improve and be pretty much ahead of him for this final stage and grab that podium position for the Portuguese rally, and continue pretty much what we've been doing all season long for this WRC2 season. We've been on the podium on every single rally we've participated in. Let's see if we can do this even on Portugal with 21 competitors. I repeat, 21 competitors on this one, and we could be one of those that could be on the podium. You never know. Okay, I just cut the corner. I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm sorry, but I don't care. I didn't get a penalty, so I'm fine with that.
And left 5 into right 3, short, don't cut, tighten. And chicane right, and left 3, long. Right 4, don't cut, tighten 3, long, into left 4, tighten, keep in. And right 4, into brake.
It's been all going very well for the time being. No mistakes, absolutely no mistakes, and I think I've been pushing quite a lot, and I think we're gonna be in the top 3 by the end of this stage. Not on the overall results, but for sure for this stage I think I'm gonna be under the top 3. Around the final corner to finish this final stage, to end the Portuguese rally. Let's see where we're going to be. It's 2nd position, only 1.3 seconds behind Team Suninen, and as you can see, we were 8 seconds faster than Tideman. So that means we can be faster than Tideman, because look, we've beaten Tideman, we've beaten Suninen. It's just all about consistency, all about that second stage that pretty much compromised our result, that compromised our position. That it was going to be top 3. Like, in order to beat those 2 drivers, in my opinion, you have to be consistent and consistently be in the top 3 in all stages of a rally God, I can't speak English today. I don't know what's going on with me, but I haven't done a commentary in quite a while. That's probably how I explain that. But we've beaten Mikkelsen. We got the podium, 3rd position in the Portuguese rally. A really nice result. Tideman has won once again. This time we see a 4th onto the podium with his Team Suninen, another very competitive driver. But as for us, it's another podium. I think it's our 2nd consecutive 3rd position in a row. But this time I feel like I've worked a lot harder, because in the previous rounds we had something like 6 or 9 competitors and we got the podium. This time we had 21 competitors, and we also had like Mikkelsen and Camilli and Kopecky participating onto this one. And by the way, Kopecky has participated in more rallies than me, but also has a victory in one of them in Italy. So my target for this season, let's just say once again top 3. But I think if Suninen and Kopecky will compete in more rallies this season, then it's gonna be hard for me to catch up with them. But because as I say it, I think we're going to compete in 4 more rallies. I think it's gonna be Poland, Germany, England, and I think also Australia. So we're gonna compete in 4 more rallies. So I don't really see how are we going to catch up to those guys if they're going to compete in all the remaining rallies. But if they want, and we compete on those 4, I think we have a great chance of finishing in the top 3 by the end of the season. As you can see, the team is very happy with my performance once again here in Portugal. I mean, it's another podium. I mean, I wasn't expecting myself to be finishing on the podium every single rally. But next up we got the Polish rally, which is going to be pretty tough. This time we're going to have 4 stages. We're going to have 6 stages, including an ES stage of 23 kilometers. Oh god. Oh god, that is gonna be tough. 23 kilometers. But subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. That was it for today. Like it if you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you next one, guys. Until then, goodbye.